everybody, happy Thursday. My name's Diane Gould and I'm the president of the Savannah swim team. Today was originally going to be our parent meeting at the mini climb, but of course we cannot do that now. So I thought that I would make a video to try to cover a lot of what I would at the meeting. So first of all, I just want to kind of let everybody know where we are as far as the big pandemic goes. Just like with anything else, most of that is out of our control. We don't know what the other teams are going to be doing, what the Parks Board is going to be deciding to do as far as opening the pool, etc. So as far as we go, we are just going to move forward with the expectation that the season's going to happen, with the exception of if whenever you sign up or register, don't select to pay online. Instead, select to pay by check and just hold off on paying until we know for sure that the season is a go. That way I don't have to worry about issuing 100 refunds if things go awry and we're not able to have the season this year. Hopefully that is not the case. So we are just going to move forward and hope for the best. So the first thing that I wanted to cover is the team's new website. If you have not gone out to visit that yet, we have worked super hard all spring to make a new website that is user-friendly and covers a lot of bases, takes care of a lot of things that were done manually previously. We are really excited about it, but probably most of your questions that you are looking to have answered in this video are readily available on the website. So if you go to www.savannahswimteam.swimtopia.com, that is where you will go to register your kids. You will see our calendar, you'll meet the coaches, you'll see when the meets are, you can volunteer to work the meets on the site. You can get your sponsor forms on that site, sign up for meets. It really is a one-stop shop, and it's super. I just made it as simple as I possibly could. Nobody wants to try to figure out another website. So please go out and kind of look around there. Probably all of your answers for your questions will be answered there. But we'll go ahead and cover some things on this video. Let's see. New families. The first thing I wanted to cover is swim team for my kid. Okay, so Savannah Swim Team is a recreational summer team. We welcome kids who are year-round swimmers, super elite, and we also welcome kids who don't know how to do any strokes at all. We take kids who are ages 4 up through 18, and our culture is that we recognize and celebrate individual accomplishments, and so it doesn't matter where your child starts at the beginning of the season, you'll be amazed at where they end up by the end of the season. So don't hesitate to sign up or send your kid because you think maybe that they're just not ready. Except for there is one exception that I would like to mention, and that is if your child is afraid of the water, or if you have a child who's maybe 6 or under, and really, if they can't make it from one end to the other, most of the way independently. I mean, they can stop and rest on the rope or the wall, but if they're just not going anywhere and they are kind of a sinker still, we call them, you might want to consider waiting another year, maybe enrolling in some swim lessons like at the pool here in Savannah or down at Genesis to kind of get them prepped and ready for next year. If you're kind of on the fence about it, you think that they're ready, you can certainly try the team out for a week or two, and the coaches can kind of give you some guidance as far as whether they think maybe waiting another year might be beneficial. But if your child is older than 7, if they can touch in the 3 foot and can kind of handle themselves more independently, there's definitely a spot for them, okay? As far as our coaching goes, all 4 of our fantastic, wonderful, marvelous coaches are returning from last year. Our head coach is Jenny Denny, and our senior assistant coach is Tammy Kime. Our assistant coach is Wes Holland, and our junior assistant is Emma Heitman. They ran things just so great last year, and we could not be happier that they're all coming back. So there would not be, you would be hard pressed to find anywhere that's going to give your child the kind of instruction that they're going to get on the Savannah team. Our season will start the day after Memorial Day. And as of right now, our practices are scheduled Monday through Friday, and 13 and over are scheduled for 8:15 to 9:30. Ages 9 to 12 are 9:15 to 10:30, and 8 and under are scheduled from 10:15 to 11:30. And in that session, the 10:15 to 11:30, if you have a child who's 6 and under, they will participate in one of 2 30-minute sessions, either at 10:30 or 11. Okay, so that's a change from last year. Last year we only had 2 sessions, and we've always only had 2 sessions, but each year we are continuing to get more and more and more kids who want to be on the team. We actually had a conversation with our coaches this year, and we decided that we needed to cap the team at 150 swimmers. And that's why we've kind of been coming out with early registration for returning families, and then kind of stepping out is that we want everybody to have the opportunity to swim on the team, but we felt it important to open it to those returning, and then to the kids in the Savannah School District first, and then open it up area wide to whoever else wants to be on the team. If because of the pandemic, if we end up not hitting those high numbers, if we end up with numbers like we had last year, which was about 110-ish, we will probably just do the 2 sessions that we had, which were 9:15 to 10:30 and 10:15 to 11:30. And we had 10 and unders swimming the later session, and the older kids swimming in the early session. It's possible that we revert back to that if we don't get those numbers, but right now the schedule that I mentioned, and it's also on the website, is what we're going forward believing will take place. So so just kind of, I'll update if that doesn't look, if our numbers don't look like they're going to get there, we will let you know. Right now I kind of think that they will still, so we will see. So the practice starts the day after Memorial Day. We finish, the last meet that we have is on July 15th, I believe, and then we have an end of season party on the 19th of July. So that kind of gives you an idea of our season window. Now the practices, while they're offered Monday through Friday, you're not obligated to go Monday through Friday. Of course, you're going to get out of the program as much as what you put into the program. So, as many practices as you can get to. If you can swim 2 of the 5 meets, or however much you want to participate, we're pretty flexible. It makes us a really good activity for folks who have a lot going on with their families, camps, trips, other activities in the summer, just because we can be flexible that way. So as far as our meets go, we have 4 dual meets, and again, this is on the website. These are all on Wednesday evenings. And let's see, and this year all of our dual meets except for one, I'm busy, all of our dual meets except for one are at home, and so that's kind of nice. Every other year we have a reprieve from traveling for our meets. So, and the one meet that's away this year is just in St. Joe. On the 15th of July, that is what we call our conference meet, and that's when all of the teams in our conference come together, and have one grand meet, and that's held in Gladstone at the Gladstone Community Center. Again, I said on July 15th. And that's a super cool facility that gives the kids an opportunity to swim in a large venue. It has like stadium seating. It's really kind of a grandiose event. And for that, if you're looking at your calendars and kind of planning ahead, you may want to take a half-day vacation that day because the meet actually starts, I think, like around 3 o'clock. Again, that's on the website, but kids have to be there maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours early. So, you either have to take a half-day vacay or get, a ride for your child or whatever for that meet. Okay, what do my kids need to be on the swim team? Okay, so when they come to practice, they will need goggles, they will need towels, and early on in the season it is very cold. Even if the air's warm, the water is really cold. Some of our littler swimmers with not a lot of meat on their bones kind of struggle to get through their sessions for the first week or two. So we do suggest that you bring extra towels for that first couple of weeks, as well as maybe some sweatpants, some sweats. We like to serve them hot chocolate after practice for those first couple weeks to keep them coming back anyway. And I would encourage you, if your little one is saying they hate swim team after the first week, it's just because they're cold usually. So if you can encourage them and motivate them to keep coming back until it warms up a little bit, they generally warm up to it as they are able to warm up. So keep that in mind. Okay, as far as suits go, boys wear what we call our jammers, and they're kind of like bicycle shorts. You don't have to if your son is really uncomfortable with that. A lot of boys who are uncomfortable with it start out not wearing them. They'll just wear trunks. But then when they see everybody else on the team is wearing them, they kind of warm up to the idea. Some kids will wear regular trunks at practice and then wear their jammers for meets. Well, we're really lenient about that. We encourage them to wear the jammers just because you can move through the water so much better with them, but not a requirement. However, it is a requirement that the girls wear a one-piece suit, no bikinis, okay? And then as far as a team suit, when you go out to register, there's an option to purchase a team suit. This is 100% optional. We do not, there's so much to pay for anyway. We try to keep fees low and try to keep the expectations low as far as that goes. So if you want a team suit, you can order one. If you don't want to, there's no pressure. I think last year probably a third to a half of the kids had team suits and the rest just rocked their own stuff. So no pressure as far as that goes. The fee structure. If you are a returner, the fee structure has changed from last year. So this year, each swimmer is $75 for the season. And this gets them all of the practices, all the meets, gets you a team shirt, and it gets you a swim cap, which I didn't mention that your child needs a swim cap, but they do wear their swim cap at practice. We just give them that, so you don't have to purchase one if you don't want to. That will come with their fee. The $75 also this year will get your admission into the end of season pizza and swim party that's scheduled for the 19th. So returning families, I feel like the fees are pretty much comparable to last year, a little bit higher for some, a little bit lower for some. But it was just such a headache to feel like I was having to nickel and dime people all season. And so we just thought we would try to simplify it. One straight fee, no matter how many kids are in your family, everybody is $75. We do, in the past, we've always have encouraged each family to get a sponsorship. We definitely will be relying on those heavy this year. The sponsorship forms are on that on the website, but we ask that every household procure a minimum of one $25 sponsorship. I think last year we ended up having maybe $1,700 that came in for sponsorships, and it's those sponsorships that allow us to keep those steady fees. We obviously don't make any money on the season whatsoever, so while while I don't say it's required that you get a sponsorship, please do. Please do. You can ask a business, a grandparent. You can just do a family donation if you don't want to go out and seek a sponsorship from somewhere else. But with the increased practice times and increased numbers, our expenses for sure will be up as far as insurance and just guards and all that kind of stuff that we have to pay for. So just whatever you can do to get those sponsorships is greatly appreciated. And again, those instructions are on the form on the website. Look at my notes here. I think that the deadline to procure, at least to get your sponsor names into, at least to submit your sponsorship names, I think the deadline for that is May 1st. And we need those by May 1st so that we can get them on the t-shirts before, obviously before they get printed. Okay, the next section I said was the paying thing. Just whenever you go online to register, do not pay online just because of the corona issue. If you did already pay online, returners, if you already paid online, I will obviously refund you all of your money if the season doesn't happen. And if you've already sent in a check, I'm just holding on to those until a determination has been made. The next thing I want to talk about is volunteering. Okay, if you are old, if you're new, you may not. We cannot run swim meets without a slew of parent volunteers. Swim meets are real volunteer heavy. In the past, we've required that families submit a $25 deposit, and unless they volunteer a minimum number of times, we keep their deposit. If not, or if they do volunteer, we return the deposit. I decided that I don't want to mess with that this year. I think that our returners and the culture of our team is one that everybody really gets that joke that we need help for it to happen. So we're going to try out this year not doing the deposits and just, on your honor system, sign up to volunteer for the meets. If you are a first year family, you may want to sign up to volunteer to be a timer or maybe do like hospitality at the meets. If you're a second, third, fourth year parent, we really need for you guys to be stepping up to do things like running the bullpen, doing our stroke turn judging, maybe helping start the meets, doing the bullhorns and things like that. Some of those jobs that really require a little bit more experience, a little bit more knowledge of how things work. We'll be probably holding a stroke and turn judge clinic for any parents that might be willing to do that early on in the season. But please don't just, if you're an old-time family and you've been in there a while, please don't jump in and try to fill all those timer slots. I know that's the easiest job, easiest way to get your volunteer hours in, but just consider, we don't ask you to work all that much, and whenever you do have a spot, it's generally only for half of the meet. And so just consider going in and maybe being a bullpen worker for 1 or 2 meets, things like that, so that those tougher spots are filled. And actually on the site, if you go, I don't remember, I think it's called like meets, under the heading where you sign up, where you sign your kids up for meets, you can sign up for your volunteer spots there. And I've actually opened all of the meets except for the conference meet for you to volunteer now if you want. So we won't be having the notebook anymore. You go online and you pick which half you want to do and what job you want to do, and then you're signed up for that job. Let's see. So yeah, so you can meet, it's under meets and events. That's where you would go to sign up for the jobs. So other than that, that's all I had on my notes. And I should have thought of a closing for this video. Okay, so the out of town Today starts the first day that you can sign up. You can register as a new family with, as long as you are in the Savannah R3 school district. If you are not, if you are out of towner, I think you have another couple of weeks. I don't remember if it's the 15th of April, the 16th of April, something like that is when we'll open that to the rest of the surrounding area. So, and I'll put that on Facebook as a reminder for people to go out and register. But once we do hit that 150 mark, if when, we'll be cutting off the registration. So get in early, don't wait. I know in the years past we have allowed people to join, even into the season if they wanted to. Once we hit that 150 mark, our coaches just don't feel like they will be able to give the quality of instruction that they would like with numbers any higher than that. And we don't want to hurt the experience or take away from the quality of program that we have built by taking more than what we feel like we can handle. So that's where we are as far as that goes. And I feel like I don't know what else I need to add right now. Whenever you watch the video, any questions left unanswered, check the website. Or if it's something big that I've totally dropped the ball on, just write a question underneath, and I will, of course, answer that question on Facebook or do a post about it if I forgot something big. So I hope that you guys are enjoying your extra family time, and hopefully things will be getting back to normal here in the next month. Fingers crossed. But everyone stay safe. Stay home. That's what I'm doing. So I look forward to meeting all you new parents, new swimmers, and have a great day.